the daily news review show on the Full Breakfast program this morning. My name is Fumi Bangala. I'm joined with none other than
My name
my
is Rose Yusuf
my
Kaiser. Good
never
morning.
allow me to do your introduction. Oh yeah,
I
go
know
ahead.
I'm here. I know I'm here. Because now scam. Good
Ah,
morning. Good morning, Daily News Review family. We're here again for the last review for the week. So
yes.
hopefully this weekend is going to be good. Like Fumi said, the weekend, you could just walk out go before you blink eye finish. You could just walk out go. But hey, we'll make the best out of it. So yeah, you're welcome to the newspaper review right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7. Good morning once again.
Rose, you don't see anything. You don't notice anything different about me this morning.
I just saw that your forehead is shining this
Ah,
morning. And I'm like, okay, for me. It's like this hair regime now, this time that you're making hair now, we know just rest. We know just rest. But hopefully you don't go back to cutting it again.
let's keep our fingers crossed. My daughter said I look like a teenager yesterday. I said, look at that.
Oh
So
wow.
if you want to take inches off your years, maybe cut your hair or go get some braids done. It will make you will be factory setting. You look like a baby. So that's that's my advice. Our analyst has joined us this morning. Good morning, Adito. How are you?
Good morning. Thank God it's Friday.
And it's
Yes,
Friday.
thank God it's Friday.
I'm having a good laugh with what the theory Fumi just gave us this morning. And
Mm,
I think I'm going to work on it.
it's
You
okay.
should. I promise. I promise. Once you cut your hair or you get your hair braided, when they say BBL, this is the original BBL. Once you braid your hair,
Mm,
Okay.
yeah,
All
the
right.
natural BBL.
the natural ones. You see that all your cheekbones, everything restored. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Okay, let's get into it this morning. We have quite a few things to talk about this morning. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go, www.wfm917.com, to join in the conversation. Of course, you know that we appreciate your texts, your calls, because you're our dear family members. So you can send them once the phone lines are open right about now, starting with the Punch newspaper. Rivers crisis. Assembly shelves sitting amid rumored plot against Speaker. This Rivers State AFCC pressured me to indict Emefiele co-defendant, alleges. God actually a beg.
It reached to say, God, I beg. So for River State now, from 2 people to 4 people, so now we're now seeing the whole assembly shoving the. Anyway, let's see how this gets to unfold. It's all right. It's another deep Nigerian issues. Let's head on to the Guardian newspaper. On the Guardian newspaper this morning, we have federal government and ASU agreement grants professors 100% salary as pension, gives female lecturers 6 months maternity leave. Oh wow,
We are
wow.
going to be talking
It's
about that
good.
this morning. I was particularly excited. I mean, I saw the other things and I was like, I
Yeah.
was just rolling my eyes. But you see, that 6 months maternity leave made me glad. And I mean, when we had, was it the Reporter Awards? There was an organization that won the award for being very female inclusive. And it was also there where they had 6 months maternity leave. I think the women get to leave early for work, early
Mm,
from work.
from
Um,
work. Yeah.
they don't resume properly. There was just like a whole thing for moms. And I remember that all the women at the Reporter Awards were, all the executives there were so excited, like wow, 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 because they know that it's not easy to be able to say that. But if you decide that you want to put women first and you want to be female inclusive, especially that you can't say a woman should not go off to go and give birth. Even though there are some organizations that ban you from getting married if you enter as a single person,
Mm-hmm.
a woman especially, there's some organizations that will also tell you, even if you get married, if you don't have children, you have to give them 2 years of their life before this one. I'm not giving you boo. Like, I have data. I have a friend who used to work at a particular PR firm. She got in and had to resign because she got pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. So there, and it's still ongoing. So obviously, there's still a lot of work to do. On the flip side, they will say, "Oh, it's because who's going to be doing the work," but you already know that you're going to have female employees. It goes
Exactly.
without, so you have to be able to plan for that. So big up to organizations who are thinking about women, because really we make more than half of the society. We're the ones that make things go on. So
Uh-huh.
if you're thinking about us, now we
Yeah.
able make the economy grow safe.
Exactly, because when you look at what's going on, it's all on us. I know that, it could be right before I even left Kaduna State itself, there are state government, and governments that are parastatals were doing about 6 months maternity leave. So that kept extending. You had some private organizations who had
Mm,
affiliations with the state government, so who also took up that. So maybe
mm,
we're beginning to see that this is good because I mean, 3 months after, and you're wondering, hey, who I want to leave my Pekin with? Am I sure this is my baby? And then you find a lot of things going on in daycares, a lot of rubbish. Fear go they catch you to drop your Pekin for daycare.
yeah,
God. So
yeah,
I think this is definitely good, and I just hope
yeah.
that we're ready for this particular conversation, even in private sectors. I just hope so.
Mhm. Next up on the Guardian.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I don't finish the Guardian. See, I
You
don't finish.
not finished. We were too excited about the news about the
About maternity leave.
yeah.
Okay, so the next one on the Guardian says Yope auto crash claims 8 lives, injures 3 others.
Oh dear Lord. May their souls rest in peace.
Rest in
So
peace. Amen.
next up we have
All
in
right.
this newspaper, Director General meets IGP, seeks stronger interagency collaboration to tackle cybercrime. Next up we have court strikes out cybercrime charge against Akpoti Edwagan. This woman, maybe I say she get 9 lives because
Like, it be like this year, me, I go take the life of this woman. Make it go with the other we can me, I'll take the life of it. I
what?
like how she's able to just get on with issues. Like nothing keeps her down. I like that
Mm-hmm,
part of it. Nothing keeps her down. If you
mm-hmm.
block her this way, she finds another way. You do her like
Yeah,
this, she finds another. It's
yeah,
like always no, no.
yeah.
Honestly, I like
She
her
feels like
spirit.
she's not tired. She's not tired at all. Mm-mm.
No, 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 no. You can't say that about
No,
her. I
it's her.
lie.
Mm-mm.
All right, heading on to Daily Trust. Okpebolo, most kidnapping violence in Epoma carried out by locals. You see that one? I go and agree. Carried out by locals. You see that particular one? This particular one, the kidnapping that is going on in Edo might not even have anything to do with bandits or to do with,
Bandits. They're taking advantage
yes,
of it, Mhm.
yes, yes. So this one, yeah. I want to agree with it. Now, another one on Daily Trust says father and son killed in fresh attack on Benue
Oh,
community.
I- mm,
It's quite a bit sad.
yes. In the Vanguard newspaper, we have task force arrest 281 Omotaku members in cleanup operation. Okay, pause. I don't know what it is with the task force members that they just go about arresting people. And I'm not saying they're not doing their job, but I feel like sometimes it's a case of because we see these things, they go don't ask for money, like give me money, da, 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 da. And if you don't give them or you don't give them clearance money, whatever like that, they come in with the full weight of official business and then they now arrest. And it's so sad because some of these people they're trying to make ends meet. I'm not saying they're not bad people there or people that are doing illegal activities, but most times, especially in these beggar axes, whenever I'm coming home, I always wonder when I see there's a particular truck I see that once it just comes. And here's the thing: on some days the truck is there, everybody's selling things on the road, they're fine. On another day, it will come and it's carrying everybody. So I'm like, which way? Do you
Oh,
understand? It's just
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, next up we have suspected Fulani militants unleash mayhem on Delta community. Ha. What a big.
All right, Premium Times. Atiku's son joins APC, declares support for Tinubu's re-election.
We are going to be talking about it. I thought it was so funny. I really thought so. And he said oh, when they asked him how he felt about his son going to APC, he was like, look, he's a grown man, he has a conscience. I'm like, Daddy, don't tell a lie. Don't lie. Because I remember when, I think, was it Buhari or Yaradua was going to come into power? I don't remember which one of them. I think it was Yaradua. And the people voted for, so my home was conflicted. My parents were voting for, I don't remember who they were voting for, but there was a woman that was contesting. She was from Kowa Initiative back then. I think it was 2019. And the reason why I voted for her, I had two reasons. Number one, she was a woman. Number one, she was my namesake. We have the same English first names. So that was the only reason. But I remember that in my house, my mom made the house hot for me and said, how dare you vote for her? Everybody's voting for this person. You say you want to go and vote for somebody else. So I don't believe this, that you say you're okay with your son. Never. Any Nigerian parents.
Then again, for me, it's politics. So, and let's not forget that politics is a game.
So you think it's
don't be surprised. The papa and the son don't already sit down. They don't look themselves. They don't sit down for table. They tell themselves, say, you know what? You want to start politics, go to APC, you go and start from there. Maybe when you now get to a certain level, you hold your ground, then you can decide to do what you want to do. But for now,
you make a good conspiracy theorist. I love it. I agree with you, actually.
So to surprise me, just that Atiko's son, now children now don't they take over. We day here now they play with our lives. Their children are taking over. The other day we saw Wiki and his son in a rally in where was that safe? And make we day here they joke. Not be shady when they go up and down like this. Okay, the children they take over now.
He has an office of the son
of the son of the president.
Of the person of the president. And for some reason that has never been, but for some reason now it's legal. Okay.
So instead of make we look at the bigger picture, because anyway, we'll be fine. If only the sons, the children themselves can come and do things differently, then I don't think we'll have an issue. Okay, so we stopped at
the nation.
Yes, the nation. The next one says Immigration Service rolls out enhanced passport tracking feature.
Okay.
All right, so that is on the Nation newspaper.
Next up, we have in the cable newspaper, Dati Baba Ahmed. Whoever seeks to defeat Tinubu must show red eyes, no court victory. And then this one is amazing news. We're glad about this. AAU students remanded over Ekpoma anti-kidnapping protest regain freedom. Yesterday, we were worried whether it was just mouth.
Medical doctor. This is not the things that we have to deal with in the country, but then again, hopefully Nigeria, as Esther would always say, Nigeria will get better in our time. All right, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and these are the headlines from the different dailies this morning, online dailies, and of course, the hard copy dailies that you can find, just some of it. Now, do well to grab yourself a copy or read online for the full details. All right, so this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and this is the Daily News Review segment on the Full Breakfast Show. Don't forget, for me said we're live on YouTube, so yes, you can watch us live on YouTube. We are there, and we would definitely love to hear from you. Drop your comments. Do also send your text messages or WhatsApp messages to 07031756537. This is 14 minutes to 8 right here on your Women Radio. All right, let's head on straight to start with the very first headline we have for me.
Yes. Our analyst, I think she's having internet connectivity issues, but yeah, we will just get into it. This one is from Premium Times. This one is talking about, of course, two more Rivers lawmakers withdraw from impeachment, from the impeachment move against Fubara. Like all this, am I reading the right thing? I'm not sure that I am.
No.
A second, I'm not reading the right thing. Okay, found it. Okay, ASU agreement, yes, from the Guardian newspaper, because I know we talked about that one yesterday, so I was a bit confused. Federal government ASU agreement grants professors 100% salary as pension, gives female lecturers 6-month maternity leave. So retired officer professors, beg your pardon, in recognized public universities across the country are now
Hmm.
entitled to pension benefits equivalent to their annual salaries. And we're hoping that this new agreement between the Nigerian government and ASU will stay. I know we want they don't shake hands like this now. It's not the one that very soon they'll say, oh, they only said they did not do it. That's not the one that, and I remember that Rose, you were
You're
saying
not
something.
saying it well for me.
Okay, I say
It's
it for
not
you.
tomorrow now. That's just the part I wanted to say. It's not tomorrow now. We'll start hearing that, oh no, they did not shake hands well. Oh no, the hands did not enter themselves well.
Chakambo.
So let us take note of this. So today, I mean, we started seeing this from yesterday. So it's not that So let's keep these dates going. Today is what 16 now. Before between 15 and 16 of January 2026. This
Mhm.
agreement we started reading about it. So let
Uh-huh.
us know what we are doing. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. So that's basically what it is, and we're excited about this news. Definitely. They said some of section 3.6 of the agreement addresses pension entitlements for university academic staff, pension fund administration, compulsory retirement age. It says that an academic staff who retires as a professor in a recognized university shall be entitled to pension at a rate equivalent to his annual salary, provided that the professor has served continuously in a recognized university up to the retirement age. So if the retirement age is 65, right, and he retires at 65, once he retires, he gets to have the equivalent of, if he was getting 500K now per month, he's going to be getting that as his pension, which really is a step in the right direction, because time and time again, we've come here talking about how uh, they said one thing and they did another, and then it's causing ASU strike. So we're glad about this one. We're especially glad that qualified female academic staff are entitled to a maternity leave of 6 months. And this 6 months, their salary, cuts, anything. So we're glad, about that. So under this new arrangement, professors will receive 1.74 million per annum, equivalent to 140 monthly, while readers will earn 848 per annum or 70K monthly. And this allowance, however, does not apply to part-time academics, right? It's just designed to support research coordination, academic documentation, and so on and so forth. So this being Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alasa, said the agreement has marked a historic turning point that symbolizes renewed trust. All this one is English. The question is if we will now see workings of it, because it's
Yeah.
one thing to see one thing, is another thing to another thing. But Adeton, would like to know your thoughts on this. What do you think?
Well, I would say that it's a starting point to get things done, and it's more
Mhm.
like revamping the education sector. There are several promises that have been made, as you were just mentioning yourself and Rose. And the most important part of it is for it to actually be actualized, for there to be consistency in this. It's not that this set of professors will get it within a short period, and then the incoming ones will now start having difficulties with the agreement, signed. Another thing I also observed from this is that it's pointed out that another reason or reasons, one of the reasons for doing this is to and try and give out confidence and firm commitment to uninterrupted academic structure in Nigerian universities. So if we are saying this, that means it's something that they have seen over the years, that having disrupting the academic structure is actually a loss to the education sector. And if things are not where put in the right perspective, it will can actually be a continuous thing. Strikes here and there is not really good. We've seen how destructive it has been, not just to the academic structure, but even in the lives of those who are in these different tertiary institutions. We are supposed to spend 4 years, you go spending 6, 7 years, you know, not to talk of those who actually already have maybe up to 6 years already, especially those in the medical line and all that. And so if we do not have uninterrupted academics, structure, I think this will really work for our professors. And it's been said that I think last year, within a period of 1 month, 309 professors left Nigeria. I won't say greener pastures really, but I think it's just to seek better opportunities. Because you can't be a professor for that long working in Nigeria, and at the same time, you are not getting the benefit, you are not getting what is entitled to you, and they still expect you to continue to carry that position of professor and continue to work. So I think when we are able to address the reasons why people leave, from our educational sector to get better opportunities, I think that's part of what they should also put into consideration. In as much as you don't want academic structures to be disrupted, then let's begin to take care of the welfare of those in this sector. If we're able to take care of them, give them what is their due or what they are entitled to, I think we will have consistency with this group of people. And it's not really easy. I've had interactions with 1 or 2 professors. Getting to that position really is not an easy task. They go through a lot, and so I think the best we can do is to motivate them, motivate them in what they're doing and encourage them, to do more. We've seen professors from Nigeria go to to other climes, and they are well, better taken care of. They are even more motivated because they see that they are intelligent, they have all it takes, to be in those universities. So I feel that the government should really look into this so that these things can be sustainable. And it's not just that, also, the effect when people are supposed to retire at a certain age, and for one reason or the other, they are not able to retire. There's really going to be a lot of disruption, even in their own lives. Not talk of, let me go and look for something else to do, or my retirement age has no value again. So I think we should really look at those who put in a lot of effort to build our education sector and really commend them, as they go on doing their businesses.
Rose, you want to ask a question?
No. I was just commending, all of Tone Thought this morning and the Tone Thought, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's take some messages for morning before we go into the next headline. The phone lines are now open, so you can call 07000 or 9155 You can call our toll-free line 0800 1235 0800 1235 and then you can send a text or WhatsApp message to us on 08155 or 0703-1756-537. You're still tuned into Women Radio 91.7 FM. This is the Daily News Review program this morning. The time currently is 5 minutes to 8. My name is Fumi Wanga. We're joined by our analyst, Adetone, and then we also have Rose Yusuf Kaiser on the show this morning. Let's take these messages. Beautiful morning to you in the studio. No amount of explanation coming from Tinubu and his followers concerning the tax situation that I will believe, because APC believes in 3 things, which are lies, deceit, and propaganda. This is the same way your president told the whole world that the removal of subsidy will bring heaven and earth to Nigerians. At the end, what did he get? Sorrows, tears, and blood. Those boys in the streets of Lagos are the politicians' boys. They're useful for them during elections. Do you know that Agberos are more powerful than the security authorities because they have the backing of top men in the corridor of power, like the Boko Haram and bandits, which is quite unfortunate. Oh God, arise, trouble those who are troubling Nigerians. That's Mayor from Ikotuegbe. Next up, we have this one that says, good top of the morning to you in the studio. Atiku's son defects to APC. My advice to Nigerians: think twice, don't die for anyone, because they know what they are doing. And also my advice to Taiwo Oyedele. chairman of tax reform is that they should use the tax proceeds judiciously. And kudos to the Lagos State government for uh, arresting the Omatako boys, which is a welcome development. They should be arrested constantly because they are a problem to the state. This is from additional Wasu in Ikorodu. Next up, we have Good Morning Women radio presenters. Arresting Omotako is a good move. Those people constitute nuisance instead of help. If your car breaks down, they'll be fighting for your money as if they own the road. That is Renew from Bagada. Lastly, for now, we have top of the morning to you in the studio on insecurity. I think the state police is inevitable now because many citizens in Kwara State are now in the hand of bandits and other criminals. And to reduce corruption in Nigeria, special courts must be set up, and their mandate is to prosecute corruption cases from High Court to Supreme Court within a year period, because justice delayed is justice denied. That is still from Additional Wasil in the corridor. Lastly, we have Olusoga Ajayi from Odunlai corridor, who says 70 bandits were released from prison. Over 70 students were sent to prison. This is not a movie. This is happening in a sovereign nation. The day we, the youths in Nigeria, understand that we are being used like pawns by the so-called politicians and they're using our lives to gambling. The students have been released. We read that in the headlines this morning. They've been released and we are very much thankful for that. Okay, Rose, over to you for the next headline.
Right, it's about 2 minutes to 8 right here on the Daily News Review on the Full Breakfast Show. So just on straight to the next headline, which we, help touching right from we started. Atiku son endorses Tinubu for 2027. So, Abubakar Atiku Abubakar, son of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, has endorsed the President Bola Tinubu for the 2027 elections, which means he has joined the APC. Now, let's not forget that his dad, that's the former vice president who contested against Tinubu, platform of People's Democratic Party in 2023, is one of the top aspirants lined up for 2027 presidential ticket of African Democratic Congress, ADC. Now, however, one of his sons has dumped the PDP for the ruling All Progressive Congress, pledging for the re-election of Tinubu. Now, this was all done in the National Assembly complex on Thursday. That was yesterday. And, they welcomed him and they made him feel at home. They were telling him that, oh, Tinubu is also your father. So this is just like your home. You're welcome back home. Tinubu is like your father. You're welcome back home. And, we would see, why are you laughing? What's funny? you're, you're welcome back home. Please feel at home. Don't worry, we got your back since you're here supporting the reelection of Tinubu. It's okay. There's no problem. Your father is there. You two also pursuing your own. You're a man of your own. We can all do things differently, but still in the same family and all of that. So yeah, and the guy was even telling the group that he formed during his father's campaign, the group he formed, that they should come and join APCO. I think he called, what was the name of the group I saw in the report, said something one house something like that, that he formed. So he told them that they should leave what they're doing now, come and join the APC so that they can see to Tinubu's re-election. He believes in what Tinubu is doing. He believes in the renewed hope agenda, blah, 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 and all of that. So somebody sent a message and said, let's not kill ourselves over politicians. Because all this one that we're doing, like tomorrow now, you come and hear that one of Atiku's son is getting married to one of Tinubu's daughter, or one of Tinubu's daughter is getting married to this one. So that's why I said earlier that they probably have sat down in their home, strategize this thing, and say, if you come to this city, we say you are following up. So let's not do 2-0. You go there so that even if you probably will get one appointment somewhere, then you can start growing your career there. Okay. And let's not forget that in that same APC that Atiku's son has gone, there must be some people there who are friends with his dad, who would say, okay, go and meet also person. Now it's just like you're looking for a job and your dad will say, okay, leave this company that I'm working now because I don't want you to work in this company. Go to social company, go and meet my friend. Tell my friend that I'm the one that sent you there, that I said you should come and meet him. Is that not just what what is it? So go and meet our friends there and join there and then grow from there. We've had people who want to get into politics and you hear them say, oh, go and join the ruling party. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
People that in opposition of that ruling party will tell you, no, don't start from here. Go and join the ruling party. Get yourself fixed somewhere, get yourself recognized. When you hold ground, you cannot do what you want to do. But first off, go and join the ruling party. So that's where it still comes back to the point where I would always say that our political parties, no whole ideologies. There's nothing holding them to the ground. There's nothing, there's
Um,
nothing pulling their weight down to say, no, I must stay here because I
yeah.
believe in X, Y, Z. There is none. Because now everybody's just looking for how you want to get something for these 2027 elections.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know, let's say your thoughts on this one. This is way Papa the tell pikin say, no be Papa tell am. If Papa tell am say he's a grown man, he can go ahead and do what he wants to do. After all, he has his, he can stand on his feet, blah blah blah, and all of that. And the guy is saying that he has come here because he believes in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he wants to contribute his own quota to see that he's re-elected. But we know at the end of the day that there are definitely some motives behind it. Do we know them? Maybe not yet. But you know one thing with these things, they'll definitely find a way of bringing out themselves. But hey, Adeton, let's hear your thoughts on this one.
Well, I actually like the angle to which you came with this particular headline. And just to add to it, yes, these are all political strategies that everybody is trying to, come up with to at least fix themselves somewhere. It's not going to be a bad idea if the father and the son have had, discussions over this. But I want to start with the reasons why the former VP son said he is joining the party. I read some things about him, and it says that he actually founded a political party, the one you were trying to mention the name, in
Yeah.
2022. And he has actually started doing some things with PDP before having a change of mind, now at the moment to move to APC. And according to him, he said that he's actually following the outstanding leadership style and
Mm-hmm.
quality of the deputy Senate president, which shows you that he actually has, we could say is this, that the issue you would look at, when you even look at the trends politically in Nigeria, we've always had at some point the father and the son either in the
Mm-hmm.
same party or having to be in different parties. You also mentioned President Tinubu's son, who we know we've been hearing briefly for some years now, but that is coming in, to vie for a particular position in Lagos State and all that. And so, yes, you will definitely have this. I won't say it's continuity. I just think they are just leverages, probably that their parents have in one political party, and they want to play on that. But if I go back to what one of the listeners said, you don't have to kill yourself because of politicians. They have a way around this political game they are all playing, and so that's why it's really sensible enough that even if you are supporting at some level, you also need to be careful because you don't know how far their connections or their
Yeah.
reaches, and there are some things you are not privy to. You are just following. You don't know some underground theories or
Yeah.
strategies that's being pulled out there just to get recognition and to get support going forward. And so I feel that these are things we get in our polity. But then common sense says it that you are not just riding on what your father has done or what he has not done, or you are imitating somebody. What can you give to the people you want to represent?
Mm-hmm.
I've always said it, you want to start from you want to go for or vie for a political position. What are you giving to your community? In that small circle that you have, what is your
100%.
contribution to where you are? Yes, I learned from, while reading the report, that he came from the US and he has been monitoring activities here and there. And the APC that he is interested now in is APC Northeast Zone. And so I want to believe that he's bringing in, as a youth, is bringing in something that will benefit the youth in that zone, is going to contribute his own part, as a politician now, not just because my father, is in politics or he has a political ground, he is coming in with his own initiative. I want to believe that should also be one of his idea, to say, I want to contribute to this party, not because I'm going to that party to win, but the fact is, he's going to be representing the youth in that zone. And it's really good that we have young brains coming up, in as much as they have fathers in politics. But I just feel that a lot of younger persons outside the country should also come in and give, their own contribution to the political development in Nigeria. If we have that, fine. At the same time, I would also say that the youth in Nigeria, should look at it from the perspective of, you want to, be part of politics. It's going to take wisdom, and it's going to also take you to be determined, not to just roll with it the way it is, because it comes with a lot of challenges. Your life is there, your life is always at the line and all that. So you have to also learn to manage whatever space you find yourself in, as much as you want to contribute politically to what is going on. And it's been said that politics without borders, is what is going on now. As one of the representatives, said, he said, this underscored politics without borders. So that means, let's have it, as long as it's going to benefit the people, it's going to benefit the state and even the country as a whole. And another thing will be that the political parties should begin to have, credible ideologies. Just as Rose also said, most of these political parties, they don't have ideologies. Let's begin to have a reformed, renewed political ideologies in most of our political parties, so that we can have continuity and, consistency. It's not because you want to win at an election, but because you have something tangible to hold people to that political party and say, this is what is driving me in this political party. This is why I want to continue to be in this party, not because opportunities, are not given to you, and then you want to begin to, move from one political party to the other because you are not getting what you expect. It's a game, fine, but then at the end of the day, accountability will be demanded by the people. And so I think if we have credible political ideologies, we will have more people, tending to gear towards being able to stay in a party, and then we'll have consistency at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. Let's get to hear from you. 07000 917 Do well to dial number 09155 917 917. Our toll-free number is 0800 123 917. And of course, send us WhatsApp or text messages to 07031756537 or 08155917917. This is a newspaper, the daily news review on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Okay, this is still the full breakfast show. So yes, it's 10 minutes past 8 right here on your Women Radio. Please do well to dial the numbers. Let's get to hear from you this morning. What do you think about Atiku's son going over to APC from the PDP? Okay, so let's get to hear your thoughts on all of this, and of course on the federal government and ASU agreement too. What do you think about it? Is this the way forward? Do you think this is going to rule out the issue of strike, at least to a very large extent? The 6 months maternity leave for women too. What do you think about that for women in the, university, in the tertiary institutions, professors in tertiary institutions, and then even the, the pensions that the professors are going to be receiving? What do you think about all of this? Let's get your thoughts on it this morning on the newspaper review. So now, Adito, my own is that, so if this guy now that is in APC, if peradventure, in Papa can win the 2027 election, what's going to happen? He go follow the celebrate. I mean, he go follow
You will go back now. You will go back to meet his father now, Abby. I mean, you said it already. That it's probably a game plan. Who knows? Who knows? These people, who knows?
And I also said that the motivation, from what he's saying, what is driving him is because he has somebody in that party in APC that he's looking up to, who has demonstrated some kind of good leadership to him, and that's one of the reasons why he's moving to APC. And it's not clearly because of his father, because if you really look at it, it's like two opposites. And so if his father actually wins, that doesn't stop him from moving forward, whatever his ambition is. Don't forget also that we said, even when you have some people in the same party and somehow some things happen and everybody goes their way, it doesn't stop politics in Nigeria. It doesn't stop the fact that, oh, the present administration is APC and you are a PDP governor. You still have to be responsible to the people you are representing. That is the mandate of what democracy is all about. So it doesn't stop him from continuing. At least he has given us that this is the drive. This is what is motivating him to join the APC. So even if he has a conversation with his dad, that really shouldn't be what will, make him be consistent in the party. And if you also look at it, even for those that are being in different political parties, you find out that at some point in time, they are not satisfied with what is going on in that party. Even if they founded the party, they are pioneer members of political parties. They are not satisfied, and they want to move to another party. So it's not that you won't have instances like that, but the fact will remain that parties should begin to have ideologies that are consistent, reasonable and credible ideologies. That is not because you are giving me this, that's why I'm joining, or because you are not giving me this, I have to pull out. Let it be something that is sustainable. And when it's credible, no matter what, politics is a game, yes, and it comes with a lot of twists here and there. But no matter what, if the perspective of the party members, or what the ideology of the party is all about, is really credible, and it has a lot of positive drive coming with it, I'm sure people will want to say, okay, I might lose this time, maybe next time I will win, but that doesn't stop me from pulling out of the party. I think that's why we are having this defection, this cross-carpeting, and all those things that we are seeing in our polity. And believe me or not, they are just like Oliver Twist, want more. They are not satisfied when things don't go their way. So they want to take the next bus and just leave.
Oh, dear.
Go ahead, Femi.
I think for me, it's just a case of, like, right now, and I know this is a bit of a sensitive subject, but it's sort of like, when pastors have churches and then next thing they're saying that, is their children that are taking over, and people have an issue with it. It's sort of like the same with this. So because you're in politics, I mean, every parent, to create a balance, wants their child to follow in their footsteps. Yes, but in this kind of situation, what is the because we already know that we don't even know what you're doing. We're not even feeling you and what you're doing in politics. We can tell that there's always been a selfish agenda there. So if your child is in politics, it begs the question: is your child in politics because they want to make a change, or because they've seen that daddy has been stealing money, so me too, I can let's expand the family purse or whatever? Because there are these two brothers in America. One is Republican, one is a Democrat, and they're not on the same side at all. But they have those banters, and we can see the work that each of them is doing. Some people agree with one, some people don't. So I think in that case, I'm like, oh yes. We also have, George Bush was president of America at some point, and then his son was president as well. But it was not right next to each other. I think it was years after. But in this, it's like he had done his bit, he had left. There was a track record, because American politics, you have to show working. So for me, the worry is, we're not even seeing the workings that your parents are doing. You now say you want to enter. Maybe I have a personal vendetta against children of politicians. I don't know. Because think about it. The other day we were talking about Farouk and how his children, there's no level playing ground for the children of politicians and average Nigerian. Let's call it spade a spade. There's no level playing ground, because starting from academics, from the education, back then maybe, because in the 60s, and I know that in the 60s, maybe in the 50s, the children of a president or a governor could be in school with the child of a carpenter because we had
Yeah.
federal government schools back then. So there was a level
Mm.
playing ground. And then it helped that child to be like, oh, I'm in the same space with the child of a president. And it means that that's my in into getting there. And we know that most of these schools, they have this alumni that is really united. They look out for each other.
Mhm.
But right now, maybe in the last 40 years, there's no level playing ground. So if I say I want to get into politics, who is my father? First of all, I love my father, and I don't even mean it in a derogatory manner. But in the large scheme of things, my father is a pastor. How pastor and politician, like, who is going to be my godfather? How, what is my in into it? Who do I know? Right. So for me, I think it is just, it's cheating that the son of a former governor or vice president now says they want to go into politics, especially if we've not seen your workings as the child. Are you entering based on the fact that your father, maybe APC thinks, oh yes, we can get him to come because his father is in the opposing party? I mean, those things, and that's why I'm just like, anyway. Sorry, I just went into like a mini rant because Nigeria and it's true. And the thing is, we celebrate, the children of politicians. We see them, some of them are into music that are celebrated, but then their money and my money, they're not the same. They will never be the same unless there's a miracle. And I believe in miracles, but let's not lie, let's not steal, right? Like, take Davido for instance, and I'm not saying he's not hardworking, but he had a soft landing to be able to enter the space.
Yeah.
If I say I want to enter music now, I need money to be able to do marketing, to do campaigns and all of that. He probably didn't have to, oh, daddy, I'm fresh music. And that just thinks, oh, that your little hobby. Okay, take this 100 million and do that your little hobby. If you give me 100 million now, okay. Let's get into the third one. Kwankwaso says, APC defection is possible, and I'm really, really confused, Rose, because I'm very certain that we talked about Kwankwaso in ADC, maybe last week. What, like, what? And it's maybe you know what is going on with these people, or because we don't know, because we read it last week. Was it with Adeto? I'm not even sure it was with Adeto. We read Kwankwaso they're trying to build him and Obi for presidential tickets, and Atiku has an issue with it because Kwankwaso, they're trying to, but then Kwankwaso is now saying APC.
It's possible to get to APC. That's what he's saying in a nutshell.
And so maybe maybe people are the ones that don't know. Maybe
Then
you have
again, now politicians in our politics, so I mean, anything is possible. Go ahead, Adito.
Okay, let me start by telling you a bit about this man. I've been able to study him for quite some years, and looking at some of the things that he's been able to achieve. One thing about politics in Nigerian politicians is that it comes with a lot of I won't say expertise, but I would say strategy. And I think that's what most of them are playing around with. Aside that, this particular person is a two-time former governor of Kano State, and he was once a deputy speaker of House of Reps in the Third Republic. He's was the first minister of defense in the Fourth Republic. It's been said that he has a legacy of competence, capacity, credible leadership. He's pragmatic. He's a visionary political leader, and his political record is unmarred by scandal. And he prioritizes dialogue over division. I actually took time to bring this up because the man we are talking about, he's been in politics, way back in he's in 1989 or something, when he had his People Front of Nigeria Party, something like that. So we are looking at the game changers. We are looking at those that are neck deep in politics. He has been, would I say, he has made his contribution to PDP, largely. And then he went into APC and he gave his contribution. But when all was not well with him, he left and joined, NPP, or what is it called now? New Nigeria People's Party.
yeah.
And now we are looking at, moving from where he is right now to APC. I looked at one or two of the headlines where he was emphasizing to someone that they should make sure that they get clear assurances before moving into APC. If you talk about what you mentioned on him, this past few weeks, there's probability that yes, that happened. But as at this moment, that's why I said strategies is what they are using. It's been said that he's trying to get clear assurances on the future of the Kano state government and the
Right.
welfare of his supporters. He also has a political party, like a personal group, that he's also working with. And so, this is what he's pulling out to us. When you say somebody is pragmatic, it comes with a lot of resourcefulness. It comes with a lot of, oh, how do I play this game well? It
Mm-hmm.
comes with, what am I bringing on board? What are the things that I didn't get initially, but I really need to see how this can work for me and those that I have around me. And so it's something that he really sat down to look at and to say, how do I need to give these people conditions before I can come back to them. And
Right.
that's what he's doing right now. I don't know what he did last week, but as at this moment, he's giving conditions. He's saying, I want clear assurances on the future of Kano state government and the welfare of my supporters. And so I think that's one thing that APC really needs to look at, because it looks like at some point they disappointed him. And so
Yeah.
if he's coming back to say, I want to join forces with you, what is the assurance that I'm going to get what you didn't give me the initial time, and now
Yeah.
that I'm coming, I'm bringing in a lot, because he's carrying a lot of people into that party right now. So if that is what he's coming with, he knows he has the leverage, he has the hedge, and APC should be able to say, is this what we're, because this is somebody that has been in politics for at least as it comes, you always see Kwakwaso's name, when it comes to politics in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So he has that hold, he has that ground when it comes to policy in Nigeria. So APC knows how to, try and have these dialogues with different people. And this is somebody that is telling you that I'm going to prioritize dialogue so that there won't be division, there won't be, what happened, the repeated, incidents of what happened before. Let's see where this will take us. And if you look at, he's also trying to clear the ground. Who am I going to meet when I come to APC? Who are going to be my contenders? Who are going to be those that might want to raise an eye? Maybe probably they give me this opportunity. Who are those that I have to battle with if I'm given this particular position in the party? So I think he's just trying to get a clear view of what he's getting himself into. Because don't forget, there are many people that do bit in this party. I want to take part of it. If I'm joining and I'm dropping every other thing and coming to your party, I'm bringing something, to contribute to that party to win the election. So it comes with a lot of, you have to think. It's not like I'm coming with breadcrumbs.
Mm.
If I'm bringing something big, if I'm adding something big to your political party, I need to weigh my options, and that's what he's doing. So they have some really game changers that they've put their eye on. They are selecting these people. They are picking these people. But don't forget that this is a game. So you have to play it well. You are going in there. You have to weigh your
Wow.
options. Even those that want to pick you too, they know who to go after.
Wow.
Kwankwaso is not a small boy in
Small
politics.
boy.
He has his hold. And so if APC is going after these big wigs, then they know what they are in for. So I just feel a strategy. We are still going to have a lot of people move into APC, towards 2020, towards the next election. Don't be surprised. Big wigs are coming into APC. At the same time, it's going to be battle of the titans, both within those in APC and those in other parties, because PDP and other parties are also saying, they are taking, most people that we know, let's also try and look for other people to scout. So it's really going to be intense and challenging. But the thing is that every party is working on strategy towards this next election, and we're just going to keep our fingers crossed and see how this is really going to play out.
No.
Mm.
I don't even know what to say.
No, and let's not also forget that this is Konkoso we're talking about, Konkoso in Kano State. And we know
Absolutely.
We know the
Absolutely.
power that Kano State could yield when it comes to elections.
Elections, yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
strategic thing for APC. And Konkoso is just
Yeah.
saying that I know that you people would probably need me, or even if I say I want to
Yeah.
come there, self, what are the things
Mm-hmm.
in place? What's going to be different, especially for the people of
Definitely.
Kano State, because we know the number of votes that
Vote.
come from Kano State.
Yes.
So if my people are going to
Absolutely.
do this, then what's in
Mm.
for my people? Now strategy, all
Absolutely.
now politics.
Yes, so. Yes, so.
Oh, God, I beg. Anyway, we have come to the end of the daily news review show this morning. Today was a history class. I'm sure that you could tell. Today was a history class. Adetone took us way back, way back. She said, "This is why I'm an analyst. This is why I'm here." She took us way back, way back. Thank you so much, Adetone, for coming on the show today. We truly, truly
Thank
appreciate
you.
your wealth of wisdom and your contribution to us on the show. Rose, as
Thank
always, it's a
you.
pleasure to do this with you every day. But today is the last day this week. Tomorrow we sleep. Yes, yes. But we'll catch each other again next week on Monday for another edition
Yeah.
of Daily News Review. Many thanks to our callers, our family members, basically, for texting and calling us this morning. We truly, truly, truly appreciate you. 9 o'clock is the news, 9:05 is her lens. Do stick around, don't go anywhere. This is still Women Radio 91.7. My name is Fumi Bangala.
My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser. Have a great day and have a great weekend ahead. Good morning.